to Winners of Color. Thank you, Jacob, for speaking with me today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so right off the bat, tonight is the mid-season finale, and let me tell you, I watched it and I was jaw-dropped by the end of the episode. With that being said, what can fans expect coming up for the last few episodes of the season?
Man, it definitely like the intensity of everything turns up a lot. It gets a lot like more dramatic, and it ends on a crazy, crazy cliffhanger.
There's got to be a cliffhanger.
Always. Otherwise, no one's gonna want a third season.
That's true. So I know that the show is based off a series of books. I
Mhm.
wanted to know if you had to create your own story arc for Reginald, what would you like to see him do or be in possible upcoming seasons?
Maybe start a band. I feel like we sing a lot for some reason in this show. um, and I don't know, maybe like Maurice could like cool it down with like the crazy, like cool, confident vampire vibe, and he could just maybe be like Reginald for like a few episodes.
Oh,
That'd be really funny. And yeah, maybe do random adventures like finding cool ancient mystical weapons and stuff. Like that sounds really fun.
maybe there should be a musical episode.
Oh my goodness, you have no idea how many times the cast has been dying to do one, and I'm just telling everybody, I don't know if I want that to happen.
Maybe. I just want to touch upon the growth of Reginald and Sarah's relationship throughout season one and season two.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the dynamic they both have now that Sarah is in on more of the dangers that Reginald
Mhm.
has to face now, because Sarah
Uh,
isn't
yeah.
totally like, left out anymore.
Yeah, I think I feel like he's very disappointed and mad that she wants to be a part of it because the main thing that he wants the most is for her to not be hurt or possibly killed in any way. Um, and I think him trusting her to be in on this crazy mess of us trying to save the vampires is him really letting go of the of holding letting go of the idea of her just being this perfect sense of love and peace. It's now truly that she's a part of his life, whether it's good or bad. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there any behind the scenes moments of this season that you can share or a favorite scene you've done so far with a specific cast member?
Oh my goodness. I feel like we've all cried so much on this show. I think this past season, everyone has a very dramatic take in some point in the show. And like it seemed a lot more sad this season. And this like episode 4 when we're all sort of consoling Claire about her mother passing and everything like that. It kind of felt very real emotionally for us in a sense because um, we have all experienced this sort of level of loss at some point, and also just like the loss of possibly not coming back for a third season and things like that. And it's honestly like I love my cast so much that like I just naturally tear up when someone does a sad scene.
Yeah. Besides like the sad scenes, like the comedic timing in
Yeah.
this show is like spot on. I'm like
Yeah.
always laughing.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm very glad that our writers and our showrunner are really, really good writers. A lot of our comedy really just comes from their clever writing, honestly. And we're able to sort of interpret that our own way. I feel like there's a lot of outtakes of us laughing too hard. Um, and there's gonna be this one part in like the ninth episode that I feel like I hope everyone gets to be really funny because on the day we shot it, I was dying laughing, and I couldn't. I for the life of me could not stop laughing.
I can't wait to see that episode then. So my last question is a fun one.
Yeah.
If there was a drink named after your character in the Slushy Shack, what would the
Ooh.
name be and what would the flavor be?
Reginald's drink would probably be like man, but he already loves pineapple surprise. But I'd probably go with like mega mango,
Ooh,
mega megazord mango or something. It'd probably be like
actually,
yeah, like mango flavor with sorbet of like strawberry and stuff. Just everything tropical.
yeah, I actually like thought about it too. So I thought
Yeah.
of like Bloodbath and the
Oh,
and it
that's
would
actually
be
really smart.
Yeah, it would be pineapples, cherries, and some spice. Because you're a vampire, you gotta have a little bit of
Yeah,
spice.
have a little of the spice. That's actually very clever. That might be our new marketing thing. That might be a
Why
new
not?
marketing flavor for us. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you again for speaking with me today.
Thank you.
I'm Rissa, Winners of Color. Thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I just first want to say, Angela is like my favorite character on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've also seen you in Winona Earp, which is one of my favorite shows. So I noticed you play some powerful, badass characters. So I'm here for it.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. I'm so glad you're a fan that's of both shows. Those
Yeah.
both those shows are very close to my heart. Winona's very close to my heart. So
Yeah, they're both really great shows by Sci-Fi.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So since tonight is the mid-season finale, which by the way I saw, and it was such a cliffhanger, what can fans expect coming up for the last few episodes of the season?
Ooh, you can expect it's a lot of blood.
Of
I mean,
course.
as usual, but yeah, definitely a lot more blood. You get to see some definitely from Angela. She's definitely kind of like at her breaking point, I'd say, in this these last few episodes. And you can expect a lot more. There's a lot more action coming up. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, like literally, like you said, it's a very much like a cliffhanger. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, there's always going to be a plot twist.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, prepare for twists and turns, folks.
Yeah. Is there any behind the scenes moments of the season that you can share or any like favorite scene you've done so far with a particular cast member?
There's so many of them. Um, some of my favorite behind the scenes. I mean, honestly, every time that I'm filming is one of my favorite times behind the scenes. I love this casting crew so much. Um, there's so many parts, but I would definitely say, I always say this, but because it's true, I love getting to work with a lot of our guest stars. They're so fun. I love working with guest stars because especially because they come in for like an episode or a couple of episodes, and they always come with like such new energy, and just everything about it is new that it keeps you on your toes as an actor, especially the comedic bits that they come in, because you're not completely used to their comedic timing or their type of comedy. So whenever they do come in and give us a taste of that, I absolutely love it, because it's just so a lot of times I'm like cracking up, or like I'm just like after a take I'll be like, oh my god, I love the way that you said that, because I wasn't expecting it. And so it really is the definition of getting to play with the other actors on screen. It feels very fun and very like kind of spontaneous in a way, like even though your lines and the way that the scene's going to go, you never 100% know how the scene's going to go. And so that's a lot of my favorite stuff to do.
Yeah, I would say the comedic timing in this show is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm glad.
I also noticed like out of everyone, your costumes on the show are so detailed and dramatic. I'm just wondering, like, did you have any say going into what Angela wears, or is this just like the magic of the costume department?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the costume department is absolutely magical. I adore them so much. They do wonders. But there is like they're very open to collaboration, which is really nice. A lot of my characters I guess they always end up wearing a lot of jewelry. That's a little bit of like a me aspect. Like if you've ever seen me on Surreal Estate, especially Zoe, she wears a lot of jewelry. And I kind of brought that in with Angela. There's certain aspects that I'll just, certain things that I'll be like, oh, this would be really cute if we could add this. And they're always like very open to that. They'll be like, yeah, let me like go find it. Or like, well, we'll try and like order it from somewhere, something like that. So yeah, definitely very detailed. I absolutely love it. They're very detail oriented, which is really great. Very stressful for like the on-set costumers, because they're like, okay, do we have the gloves? Do we have the belt? Do we have this? Do we have the earrings? But so Charlie, she's a godsend for that. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I love getting to create the characters. I'm one of those people that's like the devil's in the details, so that's always a lot of fun. I'm so glad you noticed.
But in episode 3 of the season, Reginald glamours Angela to become someone completely different, and like you're wearing totally different clothes. Like, what was it like tapping into that different side of Angela, like a preppy, nice person rather than like a powerful vampire?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was trying very hard to try and find and mimic elements of like Sarah or like M's acting, and it was really difficult. I'm not the best you know, doing like copying other people imitations. Thank you. Sorry, that's what I was trying to think of. I'm not the 100% the best at doing imitations, but so she kind of turned into like a Disney character in a way, but that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun getting to play on that aspect of Angela. I think I got Jacob to laugh a few times during some takes, so I think I did a pretty good job there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It just felt, it was silly, and it was just yeah, it was all in the voice, and I just tried to make her eyes really wide and big, like she's just so open to everything. And yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like both Angelas, but I might be biased to the badass vampire version though. But
Me as well. It's okay. I definitely prefer Angela sassy and snarky and very kind of Cleo-ish.
yeah, oh, there it is. So my last question is, it's a fun one. If there was a drink named after your character in the Slushy Shack, what would the name be, or what would the flavor be?
Oh, maybe like a raspberry lemonade that's like Razza Sassy Berry.
Oh, I like that. Like that. Actually, I thought about it for your character, and I thought of sour trouble, and it would be like a strawberry kiwi lime with like a hint of chili, like because you just gotta have the spice in there. So,
Ooh,
yeah, that's what.
that is great. That is a good one.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me today. I can't wait to see the rest of the season.
Thank you so much for talking with me. I really appreciate it.
The activist directors, comments and the lectures, fanboys, professional artists and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me. The hard knock life, comics, movies, and TV. Yeah, pop culture with a different perspective. Watch it on your screen, hit play, so check this.